So, a business marriage ceremony. Really, this is about the one thing that I can't teach someone. If I'm coaching someone, if I'm working with someone to grow their business, there's one thing that is if they don't have, no matter all the other stuff we do, it won't work, and that is commitment. Yeah, that willingness to really believe in what you're doing to a point that you'll show up again and again and get messy with it, get ugly with it. So this session is really devoted to that. It's devoted to your commitment to your business. And in fact, if you want to chuck in the chat now what your business is, I'd love to just watch that coming up as I speak, because really we're here not just for you, but we're here for your business, and we're here for the people you serve in your business. So even though there's so many of us on this call, there's infinitely hundreds more of people that you serve here that we're serving through this session and through this commitment. So the Embodied Business Institute is a way of doing business that's different, honestly, than any other business training I've come across, because it's focused on being feeling-led rather than thought-led. And throughout all of these workshops, we'll be exploring what that means. But the core is that rather than just having a vision, a plan, and get in action, it's about how to create your business successfully from the living current of your own passion, which, if you're a thought-led person, can bring in more life, more joy. But if you're a feeling-led person, it's vital, because in some ways, the work I do is like recovery for feeling-led or embodied people who want to create business, and they go along, they get told, here's the 10 steps to go and make your business successful. And they go out and they take them, but their life force shrivels up. Something doesn't feel right anymore. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Just give us some hands if that resonates with you. Yeah, great. I figured that's why you've found your way here. And so what the core of everything I do, and even what we're exploring today, is about embodiment. And what that means is not just doing something from the head and dragging the body along like a, either reluctant or willing sort of servant, but actually awakening the current, the passion of the body as an integral member of your business. And I work with people from all sorts of businesses across all walks of life. And again, there's two sort of major results of that. One is that just more joy comes in, because when the body is alive, we all know that, yeah, when we've been making love, or we're dancing, or we're out in nature and the lungs are full of air, there's this, like, the moment is precious. Yeah. And so for me, business is a spiritual thing. Yeah. It's about the living beauty of the moment expressed through the vehicle of business. And so I'm not interested in just having business success. I'm interested in the living beauty of the moment and business success. So that's what we explore through all of these sessions, and everything we do here is how to awaken the beauty of the body and this moment, and how to create business success. So that's the first thing you get, the more embodied you are. The second is there's a magnetism to it. Yeah, we all know when someone's in their flow and they're alive, that they're magnetic. The posts you write, the content you create, the, talks that you give will have a whole new level of life if you've mastered your embodiment. So the core of what we do is what we call state and strategy, which is how to awaken your own life force, and then how to find the right strategy to grow your business. But today we're really looking at your yes. So I think I'll start with a story. I lost my wife to cancer many years ago, which I'm not going into the full story, but to all of those of you who've lost someone you love, yeah, it's a big journey. Our boy was only 2.5, and yeah, there's a whole story in there. But after she passed, there was a whole period of grief, and I didn't do a lot. I just, parented my boy and tried to find my feet for the new world I was in, and, tend the broken heart that I was living with, as well as the broken openness of that heart. But after about a year, or I don't even know how long it was, I had this real yearning to return to my work. Yeah, I'd been doing this work for years, and I'd been changed by it. And now I want to bring the new love and beauty that I'd found in the heartbreak into my work. But my old work didn't resonate anymore. I was much more a sort of personal empowerment teacher, and now I'd had this sort of spiritual awakening through her death. I didn't know what my work was anymore. And so there was about 3 months where I was really confused about, do I want to do this? Maybe I just want to be a gardener. I don't want to do this stuff anymore, or a builder. And then I was walking up with a dear friend of mine up on his property, and we're walking up across a mountain range. And I was sharing this conundrum with him of, I just don't know what my work is anymore. I don't know where to start. And he just said these really simple words. He was one of those, he was one of my sort of real land mentors. So he didn't say a lot, but the words he said went deep. And he just said, I think all that's needed is a yes. And at the time, I was like almost a bit annoyed when he first said it, because I was like, what? I'm wrestling with this, and it didn't make sense. But then I continued the walk by myself. And I just really felt that the truth of that I'd been broken, I'd been changed, and I didn't have sort of a direction. And I was looking for a really clear, okay, what's my 3 steps to get somewhere? And instead, I just went, my new business, without me even knowing what it was aching for my yes, for my full commitment. And so I just started saying, I remember sitting by a lake up there, just going, yes, I'm ready. I'm saying yes. And the yes went from just a sort of a mental idea, and I started to feel it in my body. And it was like, I don't actually know if I roared the yes, but it felt like I did. It was like, yes. And all this energy came through that I'd been waiting to get clear on what are the next 5 steps, what does my business look like, all of those things first before I said my yes. And couldn't find my yes because I hadn't answered all of those questions. And so as I then walked down the mountain, I started to breathe this yes through me until it was like, became like a dragon. That's how I think, like a living current through my body, yeah, of a yes to my business, the new business that I didn't even know what it was yet. I didn't even know what it was going to be like. I didn't know exactly what form it would take, but I just felt this yes and breathed it through. And as I was coming down the mountain, I also felt the people I was here to serve. And I knew I wanted to serve people to awaken to love, because that's what I'd been through. And I had this connection to the beauty of the moment through my heartbreak. And when my wife passed, she had a few months of pretty much being, it was like being in the presence of an enlightened woman. She found, in her words, the love that cannot die. And so I'd had this incredible initiation into the truth of love. And then I wanted to share that. And so the next part of coming down the mountain was this sense of feeling all of those people who were aching to return to love as well. And I felt them with me, and I breathed my yes to them. And so by the time I'd come down from the mountain and I saw him again, I'd literally changed. It was like, I'm fully in. And I didn't need to know what that looked like. I just needed to follow that yes. And then over the years after that, I actually founded Warriors of Love, which took sort of my empowerment work and gave it balls or ovaries, or, um, gave it a whole juice to it, a whole depth of it. And that ended up being, multi-6-figure company where we would run, 4, 6, 8 retreats a year. We ran coaching training, do all sorts of work around basically becoming love in action. And so it was all born from that yes. And not just the yes once, but the ability to source that yes again and again and again through the trials and tribulations of it. So would you like to find your yes? Just give us some hands. This is sort of your Zoom talk. If you don't know, this is like yes for, on Zoom language. Great, good. Because I'll say it one more time, then I'm going to guide you on a journey. So that if that yes, this is my belief, yeah, is if that yes is there, anything is possible. Yeah. If that yes is not there, then there'll always be a reason to not commit to your business, or to not grow your business, or to not bring your gifts into the world. Yeah. So that when the yes is there, it finds a way. There's a quote that I don't even know if I made it up or I got it from somewhere else. That's in my books from that time when I got that. But it was that the the committed will see doors that those still waiting do not. Yeah, so that if you're sitting around going, no, I'm not quite sure, what business do I want to do? What should I do? What's the next step? When you're in that sort of consciousness, then you just won't see what someone who says, yes, I am in, full-bodied, balls, ovaries, spine, belly, heart, I am in. And when we bring forth that level of commitment, and it doesn't need to be as excited as I get, I'm quite a, like on the dance floor, I'm big arms, and that's who I am. But the point is that the yes is more powerful than the form, the content, the unanswered questions, the challenges, the fears. Yeah, that the deeper that yes goes, the more it aligns your consciousness, your focus to then see the pathway forward, as opposed to going, well, I'd like to be a yes, but I'm not quite sure about this. Or I'd like to be a yes, but I'm a bit scared. Or I'd like to be a yes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So that's the preamble. Now we're going to go on a journey to find your yes. So take a breath. In fact, just stand up. Just stand up. This is embodied business education. So just stand up. You don't make sure you can still hear me, but you don't need to see the screen. Put your video on if you can. I'd love to see you. If you can't stand up, then you can just, for some reason, that's fine. But just to take some breaths, some deep full breaths, and just do whatever you do to come present, to call yourself here, present in this moment as you are. Some deep breaths. And the doorway we use to presence in the warrior work is to always love what is first. Before we want to invite in anything new or change or growth or possibilities, is to just breathe and welcome whatever's here. Yeah, I don't know you. I don't know what you're holding in your life. Just welcome it. Yeah, whether you've arrived on this call inspired and ready and like, let's bring on embodied business, Harry on, or whether you're like, who's this guy? I'm really not sure about this thing. I guess I'll drag myself here. Just take a breath and welcome whatever's here. Yeah, whatever emotions, whatever thoughts, whatever circumstances, just some big, I call them fuck yes breaths, just to what is, to exactly as you are right now. Few more of them, welcoming just all of your life until this point, all the ways in which you're a legend and all the ways in which you're a loser. Yeah, or if that word doesn't work, that's fine. But you know what I mean. We've all got strengths and weaknesses. We've all got ways that we're amazing and ways we're not. So just welcome all of them in. Everything that you are, welcome it as it is. And then I just want you to use the breath to call yourself really viscerally here. Yeah. I've been lucky enough to be at the very first breath of my son. You know, when he died, he was born and he wasn't breathing. And then he took his first breath. And my wife also took her last breath in my arms. So the breath is this miracle that we've been given. Yeah. And so take a breath and enjoy that. The miracle of this breath for however long you've got it. And just call yourself present. Yeah, breathing in, filling up those lungs, welcoming yourself here, present, alive, ready to go on a journey. And so as we go on this journey, this marriage ceremony, this commitment ceremony, and I'll call it either of them. You go with what works. Yeah, you could go like a hand fasting ceremony, which is for a year and a day. You could go marriage ceremony for all of life, or just a commitment ceremony. Whatever feels good for you as you move through. There's always some people who have certain connotations with the word marriage. So just, replace that with whatever word works for you. So I just want you to feel your intention now. I've spoken my intention, which is to take your yes more deeply into your being as a seed to grow your whole business for more of these workshops in the festival if you're coming for them, but also just for the rest of your journey with this business, because we all know commitment is hot. Yeah. So just breathe and feel what's your intention. You might want to write it down. You might want to write it in the chat, or just feel it. Yeah. Just welcome that commitment in, that intention in. So what is your intention for this journey? Speak it, embody it, whatever way works for you. So now we're going to find the power of your yes. Yeah, there will always be a reason to say no. Yeah, there is a force in us. Just keep breathing and activating while I speak. There is a force in us that wants to keep things the same. Yeah, we can call it an ego, we can call it whatever it is, but it's the part of us that has learned to keep life the same. Yeah, it's useful when we want to learn to walk. We don't have to always think, I need to walk. But it also keeps our beliefs, our past patterns in place. And so it just keeps repeating them. And so when we come and say, I want to grow my business and I want to create bigger impact, create bigger income, I want to make the world a better place, that the fundamental system of the known goes, whoa, that's lovely, but we'll only go so far. Yeah. And so the potency of a yes actually is, it penetrates or melts the known field, and it gives us energy to move forward into the unknown, which is where growth is, but also where vulnerability is, which is terrifying to the identity and the ego. So we're finding our yes as a seed for this whole next era of your business, whether you've been in this business for years or whether, this is something that you're just beginning. The stronger, the more anchored, the more embodied this yes is, that the more everything else changes. Yeah. Okay, so your yes. Well, as I shared in my journey up the mountain, there's really two elements to the yes, which is you and others. And so we're going to explore the you first. Yeah. Now, I'm sure most of you have done some sort of business training and someone has said to you, what's your why? Yeah. Why do you do this? And so that's what we want to explore now. But then we want to take that from just a concept or an idea or a vision to an embodied current. So take a breath. For those, there's a whole bunch of new people who've arrived. Just what we're doing is we're going on a journey to find your yes, your deeply embodied yes that can become the seed to grow your business more powerfully than you've ever grown it before. So that yes starts with your why. So I just want you to put your hands on your heart or your body or whatever feels right for you now. And I want you to feel why. Why do you do this? Why is this important to you? If you've got a pen and paper, you can write that down. Or just feel it for a moment. Why do you do this? Yeah, running your own business is crazy. It's hard work. Yeah, you fail all the time. You get shown all your weaknesses. It's not a great path unless your why is strong. In which, if your why is strong, there's no other choice. So just take some moment and just write down your why. Yeah. If you don't have pen and paper, go and grab it, or just think about it and feel it. Your why. I'll just give you a minute to really write that down. And there's layers to it. So that, there's the first layer of I need some money, or I want to live my gifts, but then drop in and go, what's deeper? And maybe there's a few layers of your why. Just write them down. And if you've done this, once before or 100 times before, then just see what comes this time, because it is that the yes is not a something that we find once and then it sustains us. It's something that we're continually tending, like our veggie garden. Yeah, it's like the center of our veggie garden, our why. So just write it down. Maybe there's something new to it, or maybe you write exactly the same thing as before. Whatever it is, just write it down. I want you to breathe that in. Feel, how does it make you feel when you read that? The reason I do what I do is I serve that why. I almost guaranteed you, if I had time to hear every one of your whys, it would bring tears to my eyes. Yeah, that the why we do our business is almost always connected to love. Yeah, this is the moment that I became a business coach, because I've been coaching people through the Warriors work for years and helped people make millions of dollars and grow their business, but never called myself a business coach because it made me throw up in my mouth a little bit. It's like, I don't care about business. I care about love being unleashed in the world. And then I realized so clearly that businesses are love. Yeah, they are a vehicle for love, and helping people with their business is a way of growing love in the world. And so I committed to become an exceptional business coach to serve that love inside you to get out to the world. So that's why I serve business. I personally, I don't care about just the externals of goals and money. I care about your love coming out of you and pouring into the world and impacting people. That's my why. Yeah. And yes, that makes you more money. Yes, that creates a bigger impact. That gets more followers, blah, blah, blah. But the core is, at this time on the planet, we need love to be unleashed. Yeah, we need it to not be something we just share with our little family, but it's a living fucking current that comes through us. So feel your why and breathe into it. I want it to like ignite your heart. Yeah, feel it a bit deeper. Yeah, feel that why. The why not's always in the background. Yeah. Although the the bigger challenge here is not the why not, because you're committed to it. You wouldn't have made it to this call if you're not committed. But it's more the why now or why not now. Yeah. So often our deepest visions and dreams don't get our full commitment. They get our, oh, that's important to me, but I've got these other things to manage, whether it's Netflix or the kids or whatever. But when this why comes alive and strong enough, it stands up and says, no, I'm important too. Yeah. It's not about leaving the kids in the car and going living your purpose. It's about really honoring that that is as, equally important, and in fact is vital to your kids seeing, you being the greatest version of yourself, so then they can mirror that and be the greatest versions of themselves in the world. So I want you to feel that why now, almost like it's a current in the body. Yeah. Then we're going to use what we call the warrior engine, which is breath, movement, and sound. If you want to learn more about that, then check out the state and the skill of embodied creation sessions where we go deeper into that. But the warrior engine is how we activate the flow of life force through breath, movement, and sound. So I want you to imagine you're breathing this why in now, like it's a nectar into your body. Feel the breathing rhythm behind it and breathe it in. Let it come alive in the cells in the body. Breathe it in. See if you can viscerally feel it in the heart, in the lungs. This matters to you. Yeah, feel how much this actually matters. So often when we're scared or vulnerable or we don't know exactly what to do, we numb down how much this matters. I dare you now to feel how much this actually matters to you. Yeah, because my guess is it's a lot. I feel that. Breathe into how much this why really matters for you, for your own life, for your children, for future generations, for the people you serve, any or all of them. Breathe in and feel your why and breathe with it. And we'll have 1 minute now of just breathing that why more fully. Imagine it's flowing down the arms, it's flowing up through the spine. Yeah. Just keep breathing with it. I'll just share a little bit about the body and why I do so much work with the body, but you just keep breathing that why, the current of that why through the body. So our body, as I'm sure most, if not all of you know, is not just a lump of flesh and bones. It's actually your unconscious mind. It is the roots of your psyche. Yeah. And so if you're waking something up in your body, if you're feeling it in your body, you are activating the roots of your psyche, of your unconscious, which then shapes what flows into your conscious. So by working with the body as powerfully we do in this work, we're learning to put in new roots into our psyche to be able to create, more powerfully and more truthfully. So breathe. 10 more seconds, charge that. Might be a soft, slow breath, or it might be a, what I call an Anthony Robbins breath. Yeah, whatever it is, just breathe that in until that breathing current is, it's like a doorway. Yeah, that it's like if you feel it, and you might today or you might not, but it's like a door opens and it's like more of that comes flowing into the body. 3 more breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Now keep breathing. I want you to feel how it moves as well. And again, you might want to get off your chair or move in your chair, but feel, how does this why breathe? And then how does it move? Yeah, it's almost like it's music. If this why, this is one way to understand it. If this why was music, then, oh, how would it sound through the body? And how would the body move to it? Yeah, we all know that when you hear a good tune, the body just starts to move. So just feel that, welcome that in and through. Feel how does the body move? Maybe the spine rolls, maybe the shoulders lift back, maybe the hips pulse, but just feel the breath and movement of this why, this commitment. And just take a minute breathing and moving, waking this commitment up through the body. And really get it into your hips. A lot of people I work with have a lot of spiritual energy. Yeah, they have a lot of devotion. And the beauty of that is that they want to serve humanity, that they have a connection to spirit or something greater. But the challenge can be that they can sort of almost leave their body into the spirit. It's like it's all wonderful, but when it comes time to fucking do their business, there's real tension there. And that's where embodiment comes in. If you can breathe this love, this devotion through your physical body, then you'll find that the action that you're craving for occurs naturally. Yeah, so it's one of my huge passions is to help people with a lot of soul devotion really embody that so they can bring forth the gifts in that devotion clearly into form and make the impact they're here to make. So breathe that, move with that. We're waking it up through the body. Yeah, this is part of the mastering of state work that's central to everything we do here. Yeah, is get in state, then create. Get in state, then create. If you already know me, you've heard me say that 100 times. If you're going to hang around here for a while, I'm going to say it again and again and again because it's the foundation. Because when our state comes alive, new doorways in our perception open, which creates new possibilities, which creates new actions, creates new results. So another 30 seconds breathing and moving with this. How fully can you take this commitment into your hips, into your spine? How fully can you let this commitment move through every cell? And notice if you're distracted. Yeah, some of you have got your cameras off. Maybe you're looking at other things. Stop it. Come fully here. I want you to have a moment of feeling your yes as deeply as you dare, as fully as you dare. So breathe and move. Forget everything else, past, future. Just breathe and move with this why, with this commitment. Maybe there's even a word that sums up this commitment. Breathe with that. It's like devotion or love or power or expression, whatever it is. Just breathe with this why. And now the third part of the warrior engine is the voice, is sound. And basically our voice and sound, again, it's something I do a lot of training with because it's the seat of our creative power. And so if you love your business but aren't getting an action on it as fully as you want, it's often, if not always, a block or a restriction in your voice and your throat and your expression. Because our voice is the preamble to action. You declare something and then you follow it into action. So if our voice is closed or held back, we can't bring our gifts into the world. It's that simple. So I want you to just feel that breath and movement of your commitment. And now, I want you to relax the jaw and just see what sound it makes. Yeah, maybe it's just looking for words straight away, just imagining this wise breathing and moving and now sounding through you. It might be quite soft and just or it might be quite whatever it is. Just see if you can allow that current, yeah, the current of your commitment to breathe and move and sound through you. And see if words come. Yeah, maybe there's, I believe in you, we can do this, I love you, whatever it is, just welcome those words if they come. Breath, movement, sound. Yeah, you knew you were committed before you came on this call, but see how more deeply you can experience and embody this commitment. And just, if it isn't already, just let it speak. Just let this, your why, speak. Why this business matters to you. Speak it, trust it, allow it. I believe in you. Ah, I'm committed to this. Just whatever words want to come, you could write them down if you want to, but mainly just practice the breath and movement flowing into words. This is a great practice anytime you're creating content, is get in state first and then write your post or record your videos. Yeah, we'll be exploring that in the content creation session as well, about how you can really powerfully use state to create incredible content that sings your message. Okay, breath, movement, sound. Just enjoy another 30 seconds breathing, moving, and sounding or speaking this commitment through your cells. And see if you can feel it more deeply than you've ever let yourself feel it before. Like, give yourself that permission to feel it more fully, more deeply, more totally than ever before. Nourished being is saying it's a bit orgasmic. I get now creation and love are linked. Beautiful. Definitely. This practice is very orgasmic. In fact, one of the names for my whole business was the Orgasmic Business Institute, which I love, but might have given the wrong idea. But totally, if you get this alive, it does have an orgasmic aliveness to it. And it won't for all of you, but for those of you who dance a lot or have a strong embodied practice, it will. And in fact, what you've learned about dancing, yeah, what you've learned about awakening the embodied current is the very foundation that we train you here to create your business from that current rather than just getting in your head. We learn to tap that current like good music and follow it into creating an epic business. Okay. So keep breathing and moving with that. And now we're going to explore the second part of this, which is the people you're here to serve. Yeah. So I want you to imagine in front of you now, and some of you will imagine this, some of you might more just sense it, but we'll just have a go. Yeah. That those people you're here to serve. Now, there might be people you already know, you've already got clients and customers you're serving, great, they're there, and there might be more of them as well. Or maybe you don't know any of these people, but we're going to call forth those you're here to serve to come and stand in front of you as you're breathing and moving this life force through you. And just feel your devotion to them. Yeah. On one level, this is all about you. Yeah, this business, it's your devoted practice, but also it's not about you at all. It's about them. It's about the planet, the world you want to see. Yeah, if you have a wisdom business, it's because you want to bring something forward into this world for these people. So I want you to feel them now. They're coming to gather here, and just feel your love for them. Feel your devotion to them, whether it's, you're here to help mothers really break out of the cycle of, exhaustion and find their vitality again. Whether it's like, in my case, it's embodied business owners who are really ready to unleash their gifts on the world, whatever it is, just feel those people in front of you and feel your love for them. They are here to witness this ceremony. In fact, they are the reason for the ceremony. Yeah, this isn't just the embodied individual institute. This is the embodied business institute, and business is about other people. Yeah, because they're the ones that pay you. So it has to be about them. But also, that's the whole point. Yeah, business is a vehicle for love. Business is love in action. So feel these people here. Feel your love for them. And now, with them as your witness, I want you to speak, ideally out loud if you can. Someone just said that their in-laws' place, and so if they're going to come running in thinking you've gone loopy, then maybe you can just say it quietly. But ideally, say it out loud. I want you to speak to these people in state. Yeah, so don't just jump into your head now. Stay in that flow of state. Keep it breathing, moving, sounding through your body. And I want to speak. I want you to speak this commitment to them. This is your vows. Yeah, this is the marriage ceremony right here. Is you're speaking your vows to the business. Yeah, maybe the business is even there next to you if you want to imagine that, speaking it to them. But really, your business is, yeah, this is your business. Is the living current between you and these people. So I want you to speak Yeah, your commitment, your vows to them, whatever they are. Just, they might just be one word repeated, it might be a whole thing, but just give yourself a couple of minutes to speak this fully to these people. If you get in your head about it, just come back to that breathing, moving, sounding rhythm. Enjoy it. You're built for this. Your life has built you for this. Really speak your devotion, your commitment. You might even speak the vision that you see. This is what's possible. I see people doing this, or courses with people doing that, or whatever it is. People who are stuck breaking through to new life and love, whatever it is. Speak it so that they feel it and witness you claiming this is your mission, your purpose, your commitment, your prayer, your vow. Now you imagine almost there's some music playing, and I want you to speak it again, but this time don't hold back. I almost guarantee most of you have a way. We all learn to keep our voice a bit quiet. It's like, oh, do they like me? You know, we survive our families and childhood by restricting our voice. So this time I want you to share it again, but really release that voice and unapologetically. Yeah, you've got incredible gifts to share. Fuck what the world thinks. People are going to judge you anyway. You may as well be doing what you love. So just try again with more, it might be more physical energy behind it. It might be clearer, whatever it is. Just speak it again from a more embodied, a more unapologetic place, claiming what you're here to do, what you're here to bring forth. Speak it so your hips hum. Speak it so your spine comes alive. Speak it so the people in the back can hear it. Speak it so your ancestors can hear it. Your children's children can hear it. Anything else that wants to be said before we'll open to their response in a second, but anything else that wants to be declared, if there's any sort of like rings or any sort of ritual you want to do to symbolize this commitment, do that now with them witnessing. Um, and just breathe that through the body now. Be witnessed in that and just take some breaths, anchoring that feeling, that commitment in the body. And I want you to receive it really deeply. One of the biggest, if not the biggest challenge, I think I'll say that a few times, but that I've found to people growing successful businesses is they don't know how to receive the love that's going to come to them, and the money and the success and the praise that's going to come to them if they commit to their gifts fully. So I want you to really feel and breathe in this commitment into your own body as you're being witnessed by these people you're here to serve. Receive it into your cells, into your body. Yes, again, you can use that word, yes. Yes, to receiving the full flow of your love. Give fully, receive fully. That's the core of my work. If you want to know what I've spent 20 years training tens of thousands of people, it is simply that. Give of your love, yourself fully, and then receive fully that which returns. You get in the flow of that, and you'll grow an epic business as well as live an ecstatic life. Just feel that, enjoy that, really enjoy And then we're going to do something that might hurt now. It comes with a warning. Is we're going to invite those people to mirror back what they've felt. Yeah, to honor you in some way. Yeah, we might start with one person's going to step forward and just mirror back a yes, a celebration, or some way of really honoring what it is that you've just shared. And again, receive that. Yeah, maybe they bring you a gift. Maybe they're dancing, going, "Fuck yeah, sister, bring it on." I don't know, whatever they're responding it back. Maybe there's tears down their face, whatever it is. Yeah, there'll be people on the planet that might survive because of the wisdom you've got here to bring forward. Yeah, receive that. Receive the love and gratitude that comes from bringing your gifts into the world. Welcome it in. Thank you. Maybe that person finishes and another one comes, or maybe that person has something else to share, but just breathe and receive their gifts in. Let it in, let it crack you. Yeah, let it break you. Let both your love for them and their love for you and their need for your wisdom be felt. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And maybe there's a third person, just open and receive them as well. And now they're all going to gather around in some way. Maybe they're going to sing to you, maybe they're going to put your hands on your body, but some way as a collective, they are going to reflect this commitment that you've just made. They're going to celebrate this commitment, and I want you to receive the return of it fully through every cell. Dare yourself to drink it fully in. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome it through every cell. It's humming to the tips of your fingers, down into your belly and your sex, down through your feet, legs and feet, up through your spine. Like every cell is opening and coming alive to this. This commitment's gone from an idea to a living current in the body, fully giving, fully receiving. And to complete this ceremony now, just feel what wants to happen. Yeah, maybe someone from the group wants to give you another gift. Maybe there's words you want to say. Just take a couple of minutes to complete this ceremony, knowing that you can take this yes through the rest of today and the rest of your life. And you can grow your business just from this yes. Anchoring it, grounding it through the body. And I just want you to ask now one question to finish, which is, what is the secret to growing this yes? And you can ask it of this current moving through your own body or from these people, but what's the number one secret that I need to hear to really help me grow this yes? Yeah, because we get that if we grow this yes, the business grows. If you tend this yes every day, if you let this yes shape how you view your business, I guarantee you there will be doors and possibilities that open that will create incredible things in your business. So, what is the secret to growing this yes? Just open to that wisdom, write it down if you want to. And receive that, commit to that, or just do whatever you've got to do now. The people are leaving, and just find a way to finish and bring this ceremony to a completion. I sort of say a few words as you're integrating that, sort of on behalf of all the warriors I've worked with, incredible lineage of people who are out in the world creating incredible magic in the world, and all of those who are here to serve love on this planet. The world needs your courage. Yeah, in a time where there is madness and greed and so much disconnection, we need people with love alive in our bodies, bringing it forth to the world to make the impact we're here to make, to weave schools and institutions and villages and the globe with the truth of love, to rebuild, to rejuvenate our nature, our world. And you are one of those people. And breathe and receive that. It's scary to carry the future of the world, but we don't do it alone. And yet you are an integral part of it. Yeah, your love awakened and expressed through business is potentially like a vital part of this planetary, you know, challenge that we face. So breathe that in and feel that. Feel the honor and the fear of that, but know that you're not alone. Too many of us wisdom bringers are trying to do it by ourselves, living in the individuated society. So I just want you to feel the other people on this call, all the people across the planet who are daring to get uncomfortable, to bring their gifts, their message into the world. Feel those standing with you. Breathe and receive that. You're not alone. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be brave. It's okay to have days where it's all just fucked. It's okay to have days where you are like on the top of the mountain going, I am fucking here, world. Yeah, it's okay to have them too in the same day. Welcome all of that love, that truth, that beauty in. Just find your way to complete. And coming back to your cameras, I'd love to see your faces. And I just want you to feel what your core declaration is from this journey. Yeah, from this ceremony. What, just one line, just chuck it in the chat. What is your one, you know, core vow or just your core takeaway from this ceremony? And just chuck it in the chat. Just keep breathing that through your body. And so in a minute, I'm going to answer some questions around that, hear from a few people, but we'll also turn the recording off for that so you can have that sacred space where it's just for the people who are here. So just before I do, the reason I'm offering all of these workshops at the festival is it's the sort of official launch party for my, accelerator program, which is called The Village. Yeah, based on, that whole thing of it takes a village to raise a child. I also believe it takes a village to raise a business. And so we have this incredible program that's been born from me running, over 70 retreats for years, doing a lot of the similar work, but it was focused on love in action. Now we've brought in a whole element of business strategy and how to grow your wisdom business from your first client to your first funnel to building, a multi-teamed business that can really create the impact you're here to make. And it's launching. Yeah, Monday week it begins, and we're looking for the founding group of people who are going to, grow their businesses in this community, but also become leaders in the community. I'm not going to go into the whole, sales of it now, but just know that it's an incredible container. There's what we call the three fires, which is state. So mastering your state. I've got 15 years of working with people. Actually, I think it's 20 now. I've been saying 15 for a long time. 20 years of working with people to really master their state. So there's a whole lot of training in that. Then there's strategy. So there's a really clear system to help you work out what action do I take this week to grow my business? Is it to build my products? Is it to get my, more clients? To really understand what strategy do I need this week? And then the third fire is support, which is a community of people committed to growing the business in a powerful way. Yeah, and so the three of them form this potency. And so that's what we're here to bring. And so basically just let us know if you're interested. We'll reach out, we'll have a chat. If it feels like it's potential, then we can have sort of a proper chat and see if it's the right fit. And we're not looking for, fill up hundreds of people. We're looking for a solid group of people to really build this program over the next 3, 6, 12 months. So reach out if that interests you. Let's take that down now, Sue. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, I really believe in embodied business, which is a different way. It's a way of birthing your business from the living current of your own passion. And if you're, already a successful business person and want to bring more embodied passion and energy and life into your business, this work will make an incredible difference. If you're an embodied person, this sort of strategies and system may be the very thing that helps you go beyond another business system that's like, oh, it just doesn't feel right. It's too head. It's too like, going to make $1 million by Thursday sort of thing, and much more about the living devotional practice with a strategy that works. So yeah, we'd love to serve you more. Sue up there in the corner of the screen is an incredible, we call her the mama of the village, and she just helps bring incredible support and helps, groups come together to support social media creation as well as getting out. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about the whole program for now, but it's an incredible community already. And yeah, we're really looking forward to going on a journey with those of you who join. So you can stop record now, Sue. Thank you for all